So the idea of obviously having electric tools isn't new, but the idea of that you can be able to organize it. So we made these tool organizers and battery organizers so you can easily access your tools. We do have the inverters that we put into the trucks, basically create a whole charging station for you to organize your tools, other than just having it thrown in the bottom and dig out what you need.
Yeah, okay.
This is way more efficient. We custom make pretty much all of them. Okay. So customers can get anything from 3 inches to 12 inches, whatever height's gonna work best for the tools.
Yeah.
Our drawer sets lock in and they lock out, which is nice when you're working on the job site. We call our standard version a hybrid service truck because really it's galvanized steel, but we have aluminum doors. Really a third of the truck between the doors, the shelving, and all that is aluminum.
Yeah.
So we kind of call it a hybrid service truck. That's been popular. And then I can certainly show you the all aluminum version over here too.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
So we brought 2 aluminum trucks. The lube truck we have over there is all aluminum as well.
Okay.
In fact, this is a little bit bigger version than the first one we came out with, the last ConExpo. And then this one, we call it aluminum. The crane is still a steel crane, but otherwise the rest of it's all aluminum body. This is a 19.5 GVW. The whole thing loaded up as it is 14,100 pounds. You still have 5,400 pounds of available payload, so.
What's the weight on this guy? Is this a comparable body or is this gonna be a little bit bigger than this?
Yep, it's comparable. So 23,000 GVW, 15,560 pounds is the weight loaded up, not the lube skid.
Yeah, minus the lube skid.
Minus the lube skid.
Okay.
But there's still 7,440 pounds of available payload.
Yeah.
So the aluminum truck does run, $7,000 to $9,000 more, but you don't have the corrosion, all sorts of benefits, lighter weight.
How do you guys do the crane structure on the aluminum ones?
As we build all of our trucks, we basically build this so the support is included in with the whole subframe, if you will. It's not just its own support here. The whole thing is structured to support the crane. Plus the crane, these sizes are advanced crane control as well. So basically you have some stability built into it, so you're not going to tip over your truck or anything. It's not going to let you do it if you try to lift too heavy of a load.
Okay,
that's all built in.
I like the little safety step there. That's kind of nice.
We kind of led the way with the side step on the workbench bumper, and then just this with our new model year, we're now going with the yellow on all the step and the handles on the 3-point contact.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's nice.
Definitely safety in mind. Another thing we still have on the aluminum bodies as well as our patented pressurized storage system.
Okay.
So we're actually blowing air through the compartments. You actually feel it if the truck was on, you'd feel it pushing against you.
Okay.
And basically that blows out the dust and the moisture while you're driving down the road.
Yeah.
Keeps your tools clean.
Okay.
So.
And you can fit a full-size oxygen bottle in there?
Bottle, yep.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of a bump there. One thing I do like about these versus a lot of the others is the infinite adjustability on your
shelves.
Yeah, overall it's a nice truck. I'm glad we got to actually come by and take a look at it. It's pretty cool though. I like it. I want it. I want it. Look at all those reels, man. Oh, this one's already been working, eh? Look at that. That's sweet. Look at that, he's got hydraulic ports on the back there. If you guys don't know, down in the States, Brutus is a Canadian bodybuilder manufacturer like Stellar, IMT, all those guys. Difference is everything Brutus does is custom. You want to make this cabinet deeper, this one wider, you want to move it, whatever. You want to add a cut table in the back of your bumper, like the reel setup, all this stuff, everything is custom on these, right? So, like even like this, right? He's got his bar storage in the back here or something, looks like. That's a long drawer, dude. I'm gonna pull it out and hopefully not get in trouble. That's huge. That's not even halfway. I'm not even gonna pull it out all the way, dude. That's huge. It goes the full length of the truck. Yeah, really cool stuff though, man. Really cool. That's pretty sweet. Nice truck, eh? They changed the shelf design. The old ones are all bolted in and slotted in, and they're a pain in the ass to adjust. And now these ones are all adjustable on a track. So that's kind of nice. These are a waste of space though. like to pull the whole thing out and have it sit like that. I don't really understand either. They like mount the reels like dead in the middle of the cabinet, unless that's all you're gonna put in there is your welding leads and your welder. I'm just being critical. See, I like this. This makes sense. Your torch reel like right off to the side, and you got room for everything, right? Like package stuff like how we're actually gonna use it. Because if I bought this truck, I would be moving all that shit over. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of wasted space. These, I hate these. I don't know why they even still put them on, but whatever. That's a Brutus thing. But they're garbage, honestly. When the wind starts whipping and it starts doing that, it cracks your doors. Like every Brutus you see with these, if it's got any amount of time on it, it has a bend in the door here. You know, that's my one big complaint about when they do that. I don't know why they still do it. It's kind of a stupid design. It's kind of self-sabotaging for them, I think, but whatever. Something cool with the Brutus is most of it's like huck bolted construction there on the aluminum bodies. So they don't weld that seam, they actually huck bolt it so everything can kind of flex a little bit still. It's a lot of aluminum. I wonder what you can do with all that though. It's a lot of wasted space. I don't know, that's a big thing for me because I always pack my truck so tight. Like every inch counts, man. Oh, look at that, they give you a little separate remote for your outriggers. It's a nice color though, I really like the blue.
Okay, we're gonna rapidly cover our little booth here at ConExpo 23. This is the hit of the show. This, my friends, is called a Gunnison. What this is a severe duty off-road field service truck. First thing you're gonna notice is it's got this really cool front end design. We treated the entire front end with a polyurea. Notice that it's got the rigid lights incorporated into the front bumper. These MPT tires, 365/80 R20. It's got a 2.5-inch lift. Now, when it comes to a Summit body, the first thing you're gonna notice is that the front of our bodies are all coated with the polyurea material. The second thing you're gonna notice is that we manufacture our doors out of aluminum. It's a 2-piece aluminum, and we use a higher grade of hardware. So if you look at this hardware, you're gonna see that what we pay for is better fixtures. These rollers up at the top, it operates very smoothly, and with the 3-point attachment mechanism, what you're going to end up with is a nice firm closing door. It provides a level of compression so it seals and sucks the door in. This is our combo set. We experiment with different combinations. This is the one we've introduced at the show. If a client says, hey, like I got a color theme, we'll be happy to paint the faces of the drawers to match, you know, the customer's logo or to pat, you know, their color palette. And then up here, we're featuring the Milwaukee pack out, but we can design custom racking systems for any of the manufacturers. Now this has those Maximal Lights fixtures up here. It also has the ribbon lights here, so you get lots of illumination inside the compartment. We also manufacture a whole bunch of different bolt bins, different configurations. You could have half drawers, half bolt bins. You want J-hooks, you want to drill a hole. You got a 24-inch bumper with a V-notch. It just is a nice place to help keep things organized back here. Now, big difference between Summit is the fact that we're going to use these tie downs on the side. Like, well, I never understood why you could put a tie down on the floor.
And then they're full of crap too. That's the worst part, is they get full of junk all around them. And I mean, the side just seems like a natural place to put them. That makes sense.
Check this out. This is a feature that we just kind of introduced at ConExpo, which is right here. That's kind of cool. What do you think, Mike?
That's cool.
Let's do one more truck here, guys. So everything you see here was designed and fabricated by Summit truck bodies. This is an aerosol can holder. These are our standard shells. That's our standard 5,000 watt inverter that we can install. We painted the interior black. In this compartment, everybody needs wet sounds when they're on the job site. Back here, you have what we refer to as a combo body. So anytime we make a dual purpose service truck with a crane and a lube system, we refer to as a combo. Now, come over and take a look at this. So here are your outrigger pads.
Oh, nice.
And you got a used filter storage box. Now this particular truck is equipped with the new Van Air 300 amp multifunction hydraulic unit. This unit runs the entire truck. Come over and take a look at the interface for the Aeronarch i300. So everything is easily accessible. So your DC charge, your welder, inverted power at 120 volts, your 220 power is all here, and all your control multifunction is at this one single box, so it makes it really clean. Your aluminum reels take up a lot less space, and there's plenty of space for your bottles. The integrated headache rack gives visibility. You got your integrated stop and turn signals. So what do you think?
It's a beautiful truck, man.
But the Chevy is better, right?
You know what? I'm an off-highway guy. It's a little tall for me, but I'd probably go for that over this, right? But it's a nice build. You know what? That just showcases the stuff you guys do. It's different ends of the spectrum, right? Yeah, we've been looking at a lot of trucks lately. I mean, this whole show, that's mostly what I've been looking at is like work truck stuff. One of the things that STI was showing us here is their fit and finish. So if you look at the seams here, they seal all their seams and then they paint over. So you don't have that little bit of a gap in the panel, you know, it's gonna trap moisture. There's little things like that. The doors was a big one that I was looking at. So their hinges are actually inside, like inset. So there's no external hinges, which I kind of like. The door's flat. And there's nowhere to trap water. That was another big one because I got an IMT. I like my IMT, but that bottom rail on the IMT always gets full of mud and oil and just shit. So it's the little things sometimes that make a difference in your truck. You know, they all offer the drawer packs. They all offer like pressurized compartments. So, you know, that's pretty typical stuff. We've seen a lot more and more of these kind of like infinitely adjustable rails in a lot of the trucks now. Steel body, aluminum doors. One of the things that Service Trucks does is they have the crane body package. Everything is engineered to work together. Something I've noticed here at the trade show is just being able to see all these bodies like one after the next and really compare them. It's definitely cool. It makes you kind of really consider what you're going to be going for next in a truck, right? You kind of want to take the best part of all of them and put them together. So yeah, the bed liner, the tie downs, all the typical stuff that they all do. I like this. The outriggers are all welded into the body. Like I know a lot of companies do that, but I know like a few of the other ones that we dealt with, like Brutus and stuff, the outriggers are like bolted on a separate package that they source, which there's nothing wrong with that as long as everything works together. So with STI, like this is the outrigger you get with this body. I think got the hose reel, the outrigger controls, more drawers. The drawer packs are nice. I really like those. They're aluminum. I mean, these are your standard drawer sets that you get out of, you know, any company. They seem to kind of all do similar things. Like Summit has like a completely different drawer design. So I like those. I don't know if I really care too much about the locking out part. I mean, it's cool if it has it, but it's not make or break for me. Oh, another thing they kind of talked about here is that like they're big on like anything exposed is finished properly or galvanized. So like the crane pedestal is not painted, it's actually galvanized steel. Same with like the outrigger pads. You got their lube reels in here. I said I'm not a big fan of putting reels like that in the cabinet because I kind of think it's a waste of space, but that's just how they got it set up for their demo. You can always move that stuff around. Torch cabinet. I like how they bumped that one up. In Canada, we like having tall cabinets all across. You know, service trucks they could do custom stuff on the bigger bodies, the more, you know, I guess elaborate builds they're doing, but on one like this, it's a spec body. It comes as is. Not a lot of options for like changing cabinet layout and stuff. It's more just, you know, add the drawers, add the reels, whatever you want to kind of move around that way, but the cabinets themselves are set.
So this is one of our new bodies that we have at the show. Normally we have either a 9 or 11 foot option for you. What we did was we added a 13-foot body to that line.
Okay.
So what that does is it gives you another vertical compartment on each side. This body is made out of aluminum. The tops of side packs has aluminum extrusion on top there. They have drill-free mounting rails. One thing we do differently is we still have an isolated steel crane compartment.
Okay.
So this is not causing this to flex.
Yeah.
So your boxes stay nice and straight, and then you don't have to worry about anything on the rest. So one of the things we've recently done is we redesigned our 7,000-pound cranes. Okay. It came out with an 8,000-pound crane, which goes on an F550.
Yeah.
You know, so that smaller package, but you really maximize that with that crane.
Yeah.
We got multiple bumper options. Kind of our standard one is this one. It's a workbench bumper. It's 21 inches. We got the clamping service on there.
Yeah.
On our smaller little 16K body over there, that one is a bolt-on bumper.
This one actually caught my eye because it's a little bit of a nice little kind of run around.
That's what you see every day. So the mounting rails are proprietary to us.
Okay.
So we're tying right into those mounting rails.
So you can see the little T-bolt there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, and I don't know if you noticed on this crane, this is a aluminum crane.
And what chassis is this on right now?
I think this is on a Ram, actually.
On a Ram?
Yep.
3500?
Yep.
Okay, so we can get away with a smaller chassis then too.
This package that we're showing on this is that you don't need your pump of PTO.
Yeah.
So you got engine-driven compressor, you got 23 CFM with a 30-gallon air tank back there.
Yeah.
You got your electric crane. You're saving weight on that.
Yeah.
So this is our TMAX2. So now you're getting into the 60-inch tall boxes. You know, we got our 250-pound shells we got in there. We got our drawer sets.
Yeah.
You know, and then for when you maximize this,
Yep.
you know, we got 500-pound drawer sets. So that's rated for each individual drawer. And we
Okay.
do a lifetime guarantee on the handles or the slides on that.
On the aluminum drawers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we offer steel for the guys that want steel drawer sets too.
Okay.
And this has got the A60 on it from Miller. And then on this one, what we got on the corner there.
Yeah.
So when you maximize the storage in the truck, now we have an option for on top of the truck. And again, that just ties into the rail system again for you.
Oh, so it has the rails on top
Yep.
too, eh? That's kind of cool. Hey, you could even like stack them on top, man.
Like
the sky's the limit, really. What do we got back here?
LM160, and we have that as steel aluminum. This is an aluminum version, so it's a loop skid. We got two 40 pressure oil tanks, and then an 80 used oil tank on the bottom there with the rails on it. Let's go hit the fun one. So we partnered with Doug Beer Camp Engineering out
Yeah.
in California with this one. The paint job that they worked with their local painter on did an amazing job. I mean, any little touch that they could do, they really did.
Yeah.
But take a look in this cab.
Oh, that's just unreal, man. I don't even want to touch anything. I still feel like I'm too dirty to go in there, but yeah.
It's beautiful. So the other thing that's really cool is
Yeah,
they put the speaker bar on there, and they got the wrench with the bolt hole.
Yeah.
They were telling us they put in a 400 amp for the two speakers, and then another 400 amp for the subwoofers. They worked with a local powder coat company, and they actually were able to get a chrome-like powder coat finish on stuff.
I'm not a huge chrome fan, but on here, it just works.
It
man.
pops.
You wouldn't want to do it any other way.
They got that silver as their accent color, and it just works. Again, from something really basic
Yeah.
to more complex, the Lumate line has a lot of options for that.
Sweet.
And then they have their big Lincoln welder.
That's a big unit. Originally, was this like a T-Max 211? 14 or...
Because we'll do up to a 14-foot body on them.
Okay. So it was a 14-foot body that you guys chopped, or like you fabricated it this way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So from the little 4,000-pound crane that we started way down there at the 16K,
Yeah.
all the way up to the T-Max 3.
yeah.
Got a whole family of.
I got a whole range for whatever you need. So even the crane pedestal is
Yeah.
chrome.